Four different computers doing four quite different jobs. Controlling steel cutting, keeping records of flights, calculating bank balances, making deductions about latent disease. Each computer is dealing with facts and figures. Each one, in quite different ways, is processing information. In fact, any one of the computers could have done any one of the jobs. Computers are general-purpose machines which handle information. A child is born. A tree is felled. A pocket is empty. A check paid. A choice is made. And so on and every fact about the world is information. It can be handled by computers as long as it can be experienced. 38, 22, 36. Any profile, any shape, any fact, or any theory about the material world can be exactly described by sets of numbers. The number system that humans use is based on 10, because long ago people found their 10 fingers the easiest way of counting. Computers work by electricity. They can be designed to count by using 10 levels of electric current. But the difference between each level is slight. Much more clear-cut as a symbol off or on. Most use on-off circuits as a way of representing them. A single lamp can represent 1 when it is on, and 0 when it is off. With two lamps, one on the right stands for ones, one on the left for twos. Numbers of up to 3 can be represented. 1, 2, 2 plus 1, making 3. With another lamp standing for 4s, you can count to 7. 4 plus 1, 5, 4 plus 2, 6, 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7. Each digit to the left is twice the previous one. So on, represents 8 plus 2 plus 1, 11. You can use as many lamps as you like, so any number can be handled. With 20 lamps, you can represent all the numbers up to 1 million. With 30 lamps, over 250 million. This is a convenient way of counting. The same circuit can subtract. 2 take away 1, answer 1. This kind of arithmetic is called binary. With modern materials, the same circuits can be made in microscopic sizes. This tiny slice of silicon contains hundreds of complete. Or tens of thousands, which is why modern computers can solve very large and complicated.
Computers may be wonderful, but they're a great big black box. I don't know how you get sense into them or out of them, for that matter. The other end is the output. Through this, the computer delivers the results of its calculation. An arithmetic unit, or logic unit, does the actual calculation. The memory, or store, contains all the information
finally, the control unit, which keeps all the other parts working in the proper sequence. These black boxes, in fact, are never black. Most manufacturers have their individual color scheme. Keeping records of flights, calculating bank balances, making deductions about latent disease. Each computer is dealing with facts and figures. Each one, in quite different ways, is processing information. In fact, any one of the computers could have done any one of the jobs. Computers are general-purpose machines which handle information. A child is born. A tree is felled. A pocket is empty. Check, pay. A choice is made. So on and on. Every fact about the world is information. Any profile, any shape, any fact, or any theory about the material world can be exactly described by setting it up. The number system that humans use is based on 10, because long ago people found their 10 fingers the easiest way of counting. Computers work by electricity. They can be designed to count by using 10 levels of electric current. But the difference between each level is slight. Much more clear-cut is a simple off or on. Used on-off circuits as a way of representing. A single lamp can represent 1 when it is on, and 0 when it is off. With 2 lamps, the one on the right stands for ones, the one on the left for twos. And numbers of up to 3 can be represented. 1, 2, 2 plus 1, making 3. With another lamp standing for 4s, you can count to 7. 4 plus 1, 5. 4 plus 2, 6. 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7. Each digit to the left is twice the previous one. So on, represents 8 plus 2 plus 1, 11. You can use as many lamps as you like, so any number can be handled. With 20 lamps, you can represent all the numbers up to 1 million. With 30 lamps, over 250 million. This is a convenient 4 different computers doing 4 quite different jobs. Controlling steel cutting, keeping records of flights, calculating bank balances, making deductions about latent disease. Each computer is dealing with facts and figures. Each one, in quite different ways, is processing information. In fact, any one of the computers could have done any one of the jobs. Computers are general-purpose machines which handle information. A child is born. A tree is felled. A pocket is empty. Check, pay. A choice is made. So on and on. Every fact about the world is information.
What kind of backing track do you guys want?
Watch your melon.
What's doing to you, Buck?
Trying to hit this foot pedal, Dad. It won't click. playing with your dad's stuff? You are, aren't you? Yeah. That's alright. Don't you worry. By the time you're 5, you'll be able to get out the truck in no time for him. Yep.
Four different
Would you like up? Or are you good?
This is the biggest TEDx I've ever spoken at. This is actually bigger than the real TED. So congratulations to all the organisers for making that happen. I'm very impressed indeed. I'm not really keen on aging. I'm not in favour of it, but unlike most of you, I'm really doing something about it. Where are my slides? Can I have my slides? Excellent, great. Do I have a clicker? Marvellous. This is what we like. So I'll explain what this means later on. This bit is about the sweet spot between prevention and treatment. We'll worry about that in a minute. But first of all, let me tell you one or two things about aging. First of all, it's fantastically expensive. This is just statistics from the USA, because it happens to be the statistics that I have the best information on. The red line shows how much bigger the US economy has grown over the past 50 years. The blue line shows how much bigger the expenditure in America on medical care has gone up. And it doesn't look too dramatic when you look at it like that. But if you divide one by the other, you get the green line. That shows you what proportion of the US economy is spent on medical care. It's gone up from like 5% in 1960 to something like 18%. That's how unbelievably expensive aging is. Good knowledge. So, the first question we've got to ask is, how come we're so hopeless at developing medicines that actually eliminate and alleviate and minimize the impact of the diseases of old age? I mean, we've done really, really well on the diseases that affect people irrespective of what age they are. You know, infectious diseases. 200 years ago, literally 40% of babies died before the age of 1. And I can tell you one thing, they didn't die of aging. They died of infectious diseases. And we got really good at stopping that from happening pretty much as soon as people figured out that idea, and we started actually implementing it, and as prosperity increased, we were implementing it in a more and more widespread way. Of course, we started to actually develop vaccines and antibiotics and so on not long after that, and things got better. Why haven't we been able to get anywhere to speak of when it comes to the diseases of old age? Well, ultimately, here's why. Aging is a side effect of being alive in the first place. It is the lifelong accumulation of damage to the body. And that damage occurs as an intrinsic, unavoidable side effect of the way the body normally works. The body is set up to tolerate quite a lot of damage, but only quite a lot, not an infinite amount. And so eventually, the body gets to the point where it's got too much damage and things start to go downhill. That's all that aging is. It's a really, really simple concept. And when people tell you we don't know what aging is, they're talking that we do know what aging is. That's all it is. So, now, what about the diseases of old age that are so expensive, as I told you a minute ago? Well, hello, they're parts of aging. How could a disease be a disease of old age? How could it be something that actually predominantly affects people who were born a long time ago?
fucking baseline.
Even though it's fucking loading exactly where everything's going. Everyone's pointing to where it's gonna go, and it's still like, what?
not
my
as funny
GPS
as
and
they
say,
say. The reason why I've never ordered this much is because my dad, my sister, and I just stopped. Too much.
I know you're gonna Sean Foster.
And even my digital watch used to lose time, which was insane.
Yeah.
It's digital. We lost about a minute every 6 months.
My life's still coffee.
A dry cough or something?
Well, I just had a bowl, but I just had coffee. I don't know that to be a thing. I mean, she sleeps through all this, and then I like cough and shit.
Just
Stranger dementia things have happened. Finally
Such a
get her
weird
back to
setting.
sleep, and somebody farts, and then she's
Like
like,
when you actually sustain the note, it's when it like gates it off, right?
Yeah.
So you can, like,
Yeah, it's like backwards.
it's just like
Yeah.
everything's weird about this fucking
big